With the fall finally here in New Jersey and the winter coming pretty quickly, that means one thing, and that's temperatures dropping, which means cold weather. And inside this bus, I know I have the mini split system, but the heater for the mini split system actually uses an insane amount of energy. And although that system is very efficient and heats this entire bus, I want to find a way to heat this bus without using that much energy. And the simple solution is a diesel heater. So I picked up a diesel heater off of Amazon, one that had pretty good ratings, and a few YouTubers also purchased. It looks like it lasts between 2 and 3 years, which is okay with me. Picked it up, and we're gonna install that today to get some heat pumping inside this bus before those colder temperatures finally reach us. So that means we're going to be installing this diesel heater with all these components, but we don't need this tank because this tank's going to be used for the tank for the generator. Generator runs off gas, so this tank can be used on the outside as a tank for the backup generator. And we're going to be using most of these parts though. It does have a remote that goes on the wall, and then it does have a remote control. I don't know if we're going to use that. Don't need those. And yeah, we could get started. Now, a lot of these components, most of them actually are going to go on the outside underneath the bus, and the main component is the diesel heater, which will stay inside the bus. I'm actually going to be tapping into the diesel tank, and I'll be using this pickup tube. I'm just gonna have to cut it to length and then make a hole so that the pickup tube can go down into the diesel tank, which is literally right underneath this table. So underneath the table, we have removed these pieces of wood and the foam, and then there's this other piece of metal right here. And then right there is actually the diesel tank. So we'll pick a spot along the side here and drop the tube, cut the tube, and then we will have some fuel that can go to the diesel heater, which will be right there. I picked this spot for the diesel heater mostly because it's right next to the door, which a lot of the cold air will come in from the door. And then also it's a good spot to put a T to make the heat go to the front as well as the back of the bus. This is insanely dirty, but right there, so here's the center unit here. So right on that side over there, kind of where my finger is, that's where we're gonna drill the hole. And that way it's pretty easy to access, and it's a flat surface right here. So now that the hole is drilled, I had the vacuum right next to it, pulling out all of the burrs that were coming off of that. You basically, to put this one in, you basically kind of have to tilt it at an angle, slide it in. We're gonna put the spout over this way. It will line up. You'll put a rubber bushing on. You'll put a washer on. And then you have the nut. And we'll just tighten this nut right here. Have the spout going out that way towards the heater. So there's the spout with the nut tightened, and you can see the rubber washer going towards the back of the bus. So the first thing, I found a spot underneath the bus where it's between the two rails, and I'm just gonna drill the first pilot hole where I want it, and then we'll go from there. I'll check that underneath the bus, and then from there we can start drilling the actual hole where this is gonna go through. And now, after a year of drilling, we have this 4-inch hole where that will be able to fit in. And right down there is the end of the bracket for the gas tank, or the fuel tank, which is right there. Now that the hole's drilled underneath this, we kind of just placed it there. But again, the reason I'm putting it in this spot is because I'm gonna have a box built over this for a chair to sit on for this side of the table. So this will all be enclosed once I get the chair, and then we'll have the heat pumping out of right there to a T, and we'll send it this way and that way, like I mentioned before. So this is just the plate that divides it, and then you just mount this on the sides, and we're just putting these threaded pieces in the 4 holes here, and then from there we'll be able to fully secure it. So I decided to take the plate off just so it was easier, and then there's a rubber gasket that goes around here too. So now we have the hole cut and this bracket secure. We can kind of place it where it needs to go in the spot. I'm gonna angle it a little bit. And then what we can do is mark the holes on this bracket so we know where we're gonna drill. And then also just mark the outline of this bracket because we're just gonna add some silicone around the whole thing. So when we actually do secure the whole heater, we're gonna put silicone around this outside and then also around this ring. And the whole purpose of putting the silicone around that is so that the exhaust does not get back into the bus. What I'm also gonna do is I have this extra piece of metal, so basically just gonna curve it. And this is gonna sit in here. Like that. That way, none of the exhaust gases touch this wood or any of the foam inside here. And then we can place this back right where it needs to go. On this side here, we can install the intake. So the intake will always be closest to where the fuel line is, and then the exhaust will be on this side here. So we can install the intake on this side and the exhaust on this side, and then see where we can mount them underneath the bus. There is one thing that I forgot. So this hole here is, I believe it's meant for the wire for the fuel pump underneath. So basically we'll take this piece off, slide this piece through right here, the hole, the opening, and then have the wire come right here. Alright, so finally, we have this is the fuel line, and then we have wire for positive to run to underneath the couch, and then this is the wire for the fuel pump, intake, exhaust, so we can shove it down the hole and then work underneath the bus. So like I mentioned before, we just put a bead around there and then around the circle, and then we can throw this whole thing back in there. Now we are underneath the bus. Again, this is the whole area where everything comes out. This is the exhaust, which we will mount towards that direction. We have our positive wire here. We also have dangling down. This is the wire for the fuel pump. And then here we have our intake. So first, I'm gonna just reroute the exhaust out of the way to the side of the bus right there. And then we can work on the fuel line, the inlet tube, and then the electrical. Kind of a tight working compartment or working space, but as you can see down there, there's an opening. That's where we put the fuel inlet in, and we can just run the wire for the fuel right on top there. We have the exhausts coming down, and we made a hole, and it goes out to the outside of the bus right here with a bracket right above it. It's hard to see, but there we go, the bracket there. Now we just need to focus on mounting this inlet tube, mounting the filter and the pump for the diesel fuel. And the last thing is the positive wire and connecting that to an inline fuse to the other side of the bus. Got the inlet tube mounted right here. And then all the way down the line, it's hard to see, but we did bring right here, this is the tube coming from the fuel tank. So the next thing is mounting up here, the filter and the fuel pump. Now, again, a little tight, but trying to show you what we're working with. We have the line right back here, and that line comes underneath here, goes to the fuel filter, and then from the fuel filter, it goes to the fuel pump. That fuel pump line goes up and into the unit inside the bus. So the last thing, like I mentioned, if I can even find it, is we have to take this positive wire down here and run it underneath the bus all the way to the other side, right over there where the electrical system is. So I just ran a line and then I covered it in this just plastic covering, and this goes right into the electrical panel, and this side here is just connected and zip tied so everything is secure. So now I just need to plug it in and see if this thing powers up. So it's powered up now, so it's on, but we first need to prime the system so that it starts pumping the fuel into the actual unit. And to do that, we're gonna hold the settings button right here, as well as the down button. And then we're gonna hit the up arrow, and that's on. So right now it's priming, and we're gonna check the fuel line below. Once the fuel filter is filled with fuel, we're gonna hit the down arrow to stop it, and then the power button to start the system up. So now the fan's running. It's blowing air out, but we do need the system to ignite. So outside here, you can probably hear it, and it sounds like a jet engine. That's the exhaust coming out. So that means the flame is lit inside. And inside, you can hear it. It's going off right now, and the heat from it is insanely hot. But what we can do is we can kind of turn it down. We're gonna leave it at like 2 for right now. Okay, 2.1. Just because I don't want this thing blowing so fast. But it's insanely hot coming out of here. So it's a lot quieter now, and I turn this down to as low as it can possibly go. So it's very quiet, but again, I know you can't feel it. The heat that comes out of this thing is insane. So we're going to check the thermostat over here, and then we'll come back in 5 minutes and see where we're at. Currently it is 62 in here, and now that the diesel heater is started and installed, we're gonna come back in about 5 minutes and see where that temperature is. So that's the temperature right there we're looking at. That's the humidity, I think? I don't know. But that's the temperature, 62.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And here we are again, after about 5 minutes, and it's going up a lot. Now, this bus is 37 feet from the very back bumper to the front bumper, and this thing is mounted mostly up in the front, but there's a distance that it can travel down the hallway, and that heat can kind of make its way. Once I put the divider in right here, after I box it in for the chair, I can have one going that way, and then the other one coming out this way towards the front of the bus. It's actually pretty hot in here. I'm actually sweating. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's not that hot. It is not that cold outside, but it's getting pretty cold. So the inside is not gonna really heat up that quickly when it's freezing or below freezing outside. But right now, this thing is on one of the lowest settings as possible, but we will test it out as the temperatures get colder. We have an upcoming trip in a few weeks. It's supposed to be pretty cold that weekend, possibly drop down into the 40s, so it's a good temperature to test this out without having to use the mini duct system within the bus, so that we're not using or wasting that much energy. Now that the diesel heater is installed and working, we got done what we wanted to. So with that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.